We're going to be talking about this is an awesome energy. Now, straight out of the gate, Venus is, I did a video last year sometime about the times where I think it's best to manifest love. And during the time of Venus in Pisces, I would think that, I think it is an awesome time to manifest love. So that's the first thing that we're going to get out of the way. If you are someone that is ready to bring love into your life, whatever love looks like for you, that could be romantic love, family love, self-love, whatever you're trying to bring into your life, but particularly around the romantic component, I would say initiating your manifestation, your spell work, your ritual work, whatever that is that you call it, during the Venus in Pisces is an awesome time to do that. Okay, so let's see. One second. So get all of that, and this is an awesome time to do beauty rituals for yourself. Awesome time for that with Venus in Pisces. But we're going to be talking about how this is going to impact all the rising signs. I'm sorry, Pisces. This transit is coming up January the 28th through February the 20th. So mark your calendars for that. This is, in my opinion, the most divine time for manifestation work. If you are going to manifest anything, this would be the month that you would want to do it, and you would have the strongest support. Venus is actually exalted in the sign of Pisces. So when we in astrology talk about a planet being exalted, you have a planet, you have different descriptions of that. You have your planet in its home sign. So that would look like Venus in Taurus, because you know Venus in Libra is in its home sign. So when you have a sign that's in its home sign, that's just what it is. It's at home. So it works at full capacity. This is how it's supposed to work. It loves to be at its home. It's comfortable, all of those things. It also has times when it goes into planets where, into signs where it's at its detriment. And this is when it's not working. This is where it's sometimes working at its low vibrational level. And I think Venus in Scorpio is at its detriment. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But when it goes into Scorpio, it doesn't work as well. Venus is not as comfortable as she would like to be when it's in Scorpio. Scorpio is a very intense sign. Sometimes it can get very possessive. It can get very controlling. And Venus doesn't like those types of things. Venus is all about love and light and just love on everybody. Let's do this. And Venus is, Scorpio is a little bit too intense for Venus's taste. However, it works as best as it can. Then you have when a planet is in its exaltation. Okay, so Venus in Pisces is exalted, meaning that when Venus goes into Pisces, now it may not necessarily be at home because it's at home in Taurus and Libra, but for me, when I describe a planet in its sign where it's exalted, it's like being at their vacation home. Or it's like being at their favorite destination or their favorite restaurant. Like, I don't typically, this is not my normal home. This is not where I normally do my thing and where I'm really, really comfortable. However, I like being here. So when Venus goes into Taurus, Venus is like, I really, really like being here. Like, I can work well here. Again, it may not be my home, but it feels good. So we love when Venus goes into Pisces. And that is going to be happening in a few days. Now, when you take the planet Venus, Venus is all about, it's the ruler of love. It is the ruler of money, harmony. It rules the senses, things that make us feel good. Venus is an attracting planet. So Venus doesn't necessarily want you to work for anything. It wants to actually bring things to you. It wants you to be so magnetic that you things gravitate toward you. So Venus is all about like, relax, I got this. I'm going to bring all these beautiful things to you. So that's how Venus's energy works. Pisces, one of the most compassionate signs in the zodiac. It is all about love, unconditional love, compassion. It is all about fantasy. It is all about illusion. Now, sometimes Pisces can get a little bit out there because it is the sign of no boundaries. So sometimes Pisces can just, just kind of feel good a little bit too much, and it can get carried away. But for the most part, it is all about loving on everybody. It's all about being empathetic to others. But the biggest thing that I find with Pisces is, and Piscean energy is, it is truly the master of manifestation. If I had to choose a sign in the zodiac that I would say is a top tier manifester, I would say people with heavy Piscean energy are supreme manifestors, because it's all about magic, it's all about illusion, it's all about fantasy, it's all about bringing those things in from the spiritual world and bringing them into the earthly realm and making them tangible, and you can feel those things. So when Venus is going into Pisces, I, in my personal opinion, believe that this is like the ultimate manifestation time. And you can almost bet and anticipate something magical happening during this time. So tonight we're going to be talking about how this particular transit is going to be affecting everyone differently. Now, on a collective level, this is, again, all about manifesting whatever it is you want to bring into your life. But at the same time, there's going to be certain areas that are going to, you're going to be seeing divine intervention possibly going on in your life. And I want to give you a heads up. This will also be a time that once I, kind of outline what area that this may be impacting for you, you may want to start manifesting there. Or at best, start to pay attention to the things that are going on in your life, to what is happening with regards to this particular area of your life that may seem magical or divine, or you decide that you want to start manifesting something in this particular area of your life. And I am super excited about this because this is all about money, love, and all those good things. So, we're going to run through this and you know what? Also put this down, write this down to February the 15th. Venus is going to go into a conjunction with Neptune. Just be mindful of the activities that are happening around you within the days right prior to and after February the 15th. So if everybody can write down that date. And if there's something that happens around that time, let me know. So any of the 2 to 3 days up until maybe starting around the 12th and to the 18th of February. With Venus conjuncting Neptune, you just never know. Something magical could be happening during that little window of days. And I'm curious to see what could be. I'm going to mark it on my calendar and pay attention to the days around it and see what happens. But that's just another little nugget for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's run through these signs. You have somebody has a court date on February the 15th. Okay, well let's see how that goes, because you have some really positive energy with that Neptune, with that Venus conjuncting Neptune. You definitely should be manifesting something around the outcome on that. So let's just keep that in mind for as we move forward. So without further ado, we're going to get started, and we're going to be talking about where this transit is going to be impacting your life and how you can work with it. So starting, as I always tell you, listen for your rising sign first. Your sun sign is going to be second, and then your moon sign is going to be third, okay? Also, if you are someone that has, let's see, rising sun or moon. The Venus going into Pisces is going to be impacting the area that governs the 12th house for you. So if you're an Aries rising, your 12th house is going to be impacted by this transit. Now, the 12th house is the house of hidden things. It is the house of secrets. It's the house of traumas, our healings. It's the spirituality house, our self-care, and it is a house of specialized populations. So this is our specialized groups like hospitals, retreats, prisons, rehab centers, places where we go to heal, or places where we go that we have sometimes a confinement, or we place ourselves in a confinement. And sometimes it's the space of the confinement in our mind. So if you're an Aries rising, how this could impact you is over the next 30 days. One of the things I would definitely suggest for you is a lot of self-care during this window. This is excellent energy for you taking care of yourself. If you've been neglecting your mental health or your physical health, or you feel like you need to possibly take yourself out of all the activities and things that's going on in your life, and it's time for you to just love on yourself. This is going to be a positive energy around you being able to take care of yourself on a deep psychological level. Now, this is also, I'm going to tell you, the area where you could possibly see, because Venus is about love, a secret love affair starting for you. So I'm just going to say this. Being mindful of the people that are coming into your life during this time, especially with a romantic overtone to it. Now, don't think because I said a secret love affair, this is always something negative, because it's not. This could be you meeting someone and the relationship starts off and you keep it very private. You know, you decide that, you don't want to share it with anyone, maybe because you're waiting to see how it's going to manifest, how it's going to turn out. Or maybe you just want to be a little bit selfish with it and you want to just keep it to yourself. So this could be a new romance coming your way by way of meeting someone and you deciding to keep the relationship under wraps. Okay. Now, could this be someone coming into your life? Coming into your life and not disclosing whether or not they're available to you for whatever reason? Yes, it could be, because this is Venus in Pisces. And Pisces sometimes has us being very delusional, or sometimes we don't see things the way that we should. We have to be very mindful, again, of the people that are coming into our life. So just keep that in mind. But I want you to be open to the possibility of someone coming into your life in that way. Now, this is great also for you to start any projects that you have behind the scenes. Doing a lot of work behind the scenes, whatever those projects looks like for you, but you want to start them just kind of like, not necessarily in secret, but working on them, in private until you're ready to share with the world. So that could look like that for you also. But this is great for you healing, taking care of yourself, loving on yourself. This is also good for you doing meditation work. You actually may have some type of spiritual encounter during this time, because it is the house that governs as we walk between the two worlds, the spiritual world and the earthly realm. This could be you tapping into connecting with your ancestors, connecting with people that have transitioned over. This could be a possibility for you. But again, if I was an Aries rising, I would definitely be using this to take care of myself, okay? And you could be also thinking about going on a retreat. So if you're thinking about going on a retreat, going to a spa, oh, that would be perfect. Going to a spa or something like that, perfect idea during this window and during this time. Next is going to be Taurus rising, sun or moon. This Venus in Pisces energy is going to be impacting your 11th house. So the 11th house, your social groups, your friends, groups and organizations that you're a part of, your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. This is going to be a great 30 days, a great month for you to get out and socialize, get out and have a good time. So if you have not been going out, you haven't been socializing, this is positive energy around you getting out, socializing, meeting new people. This is also going to be good for you reconnecting with your friends and your friend groups. Now, you're another one that could find love. We could all find love, and it may look different. So if this has to do anything with a romance, this could look like some of my Taurus risings, of course, meeting someone as you're socializing and getting out. But this could also be energy around finding love or romance with a friend. Okay? Maybe you have had someone in a friend zone. You haven't been, it's time to kiki. Maybe you put someone in the friend zone and you decided that you're ready to take that person out of the friend zone and see where things go. Maybe you have actually a friend that you guys have been friends for a long time, and then something happens and you decide that you want to attempt to transition over into a romantic relationship. This could also look like you meeting someone out when you're socializing, and it starts off as a friendship. It starts off in, hey Michelle. It starts off as a friendship during this window, and then it transitions into something else. So there is a great possibility that my Taurus risings could be finding love, and it has a friend component on it. Now, because this is a house of technology and we're talking about love, everybody's staying in the friend zone, and we're talking about love, this could definitely support you in trying online dating. So if I have Taurus risings out there that want to try the online dating, the 11th house is about technology and social media. You may meet someone online dating, or maybe someone has been following you on social media. Y'all been Facebook friends or whatever that looks like, and they slip into your DMs. Don't turn down the DMs. I've heard some success stories about people sliding in people's DMs. Hold on a second. Okay, so finding love online, finding love with a friend could be a possibility. Now, this is going to be great supportive energy around the creativity for you launching a new business, because remember, we're talking about social media, we're talking about technology. So this could be great for the launching or the starting the manifestation process for an online business, anything that has to do with a technology-based type feel to it. So I'm excited to hear my Taurus risings, what could be coming up for them by way of love, and opportunity around love. And the best relationships start off sometimes as being friends. So if you're a Taurus rising and that's where you're going with this, let me know how that works out for you, okay? Next, we're going to talk about Gemini rising, sun or moon. This Venus in Pisces is going to be highlighting your 10th house of career. Perfect. So, Gemini risings, if you have been thinking about changing your career, thinking about moving up in your career, thinking about a promotion or something to that effect, this is wonderful supportive energy around you, manifesting new opportunities by way of your career life. So this could look like a promotion. This could look like a change in your career, change in your job. Maybe you get a raise. Maybe you get asked to spearhead a project at your workplace. This could definitely support you, since Venus is about money. It wouldn't hurt some of my Gemini risings to ask for a raise. That could happen. And if it's not necessarily a raise, monetarily, this could look like maybe you get some type of advancement, some type of recognition. What is going on? So advancement, recognition, some type of accolade with regards to your work performance, your job performance. You are looking very favorable with regards to higher ups. So this is a great time, a great quick window of 30 days for you around your career life. Now, this is a relationship house. This is a relationship house, and since we're talking about Venus and Pisces and we're tying it into love, this could look like you meeting someone in the workplace. Now, I am not a big advocate on dating people that you work with. However, I am a firm believer in you find love wherever you find love. So this could look like you meeting someone or starting a romantic relationship with regards to someone within maybe in your company, and maybe not necessarily in your company, maybe in your career field. Maybe you meet someone out at a work-related function, and you guys are maybe in the same field, or know some of the same clients, or running some of the same professional circles, and maybe you develop a relationship in that way. But if I were you, I would be using this energy to advance my career, get myself out there, anticipating a lot of recognition coming your way with regards to your career life. And again, everybody keep in mind, February the 15th, 3 days before that and 3 days after that, we could see something happen with regards to something that just magical happens for you. So again, keep me posted on what happens around those days. But for my Gemini risings, this is a career-related, work-related goal or something to that effect. And some of you could be getting engaged. Some people could be getting engaged. I think a Gemini rising out there is going to get engaged, get a proposal, or get asked to be in a long-term committed relationship. How about that? Next is going to be Cancer rising, Sun or Moon. This Venus in Pisces is going to be impacting your 9th house. So this is travel for you. Travel. Long distance travel, actually. Higher education. Your belief system. This is the legal system also in this area. So if you're a Cancer rising, this could definitely look like support, energy, divine intervention around traveling. So hopefully y'all are going to be traveling sometime next month, or maybe the opportunity for travel comes up for you, or you decide that you're ready to start planning a long distance trip for yourself, Cancer rising. This could also be around an educational pursuit. So maybe some of you are deciding to go back to school. Maybe you're finding funding for educational pursuit that you've wanted for yourself for some time. Oh, I got somebody that's going on a trip next month. Yes, perfect. So this is all about travel. This is all about education. This is also, you're one of those that's going to be diving back into your spirituality. If you are someone that has gotten away from their spiritual practices or wants to strengthen their spiritual practices, now would be a great time to do that. An awesome time to do that. Because this is the house that governs our belief system, spirituality, our faith, and religion. So this is going to tie a lot into that. So let's talk about how the love component could come up on this. You could find love during your travels. So you never know who you may be sitting next to on a plane, on a bus, on a train, in the Uber, or whatever, however your mode of transportation you're using. This could be love on a trip. This could also look like those of you that are coupled up. This would be a great time for you to take a couples trip together, traveling together. But if you can, even if you don't travel right now, starting the process of, oh, why are you hiding your eyes, Tia? They're starting the process of planning for a trip for yourself. But hopefully you can you'll be traveling. But also in the educational component, maybe some of you are starting school and you meet someone at school. You meet someone in class or something to that effect. But keep me posted on what happens around Valentine's Day. Let me know how that's going for you. But the travel component is great for my Cancer risings. Awesome. And the educational component. Now, Leo rising, Sun or Moon. Guess who is a Leo rising? I bet y'all cannot guess who's a Leo rising. Let me give you one guess. It's me. And Tasha's a Leo rising on here. So Leo rising, the Venus in Pisces is going to be entering into your 8th house. The 8th house is about other people's money, other people's resources, the gains, the monies, the resources that you garner, not from your efforts at work, not from any of your efforts. This is strictly through someone else or another entity or your business partner or your spouse. This is also the area that governs taxes, bonuses, shared resources, shared finances, inheritances. Debt is here. Debt is here. Settlements. So anything that we get from somewhere else. And this is also the area that governs sex and intimacy. So let's talk, Leo rising, on how this Venus and Pisces will look for you. No, you didn't miss Capricorn rising. Straight out the gate, Capricorn rising, this could look like people wanting to share resources with you, share money with you, share finances with you, and giving you things. Let me tell you something. If you want something, open your mouth, Leo rising. You are likely to get it, whatever that looks like for you. So people being very giving and generous with you during this time. You could see a bonus come your way. You could see unexpected money coming your way. Maybe this is money that you received back that you loaned to someone and they finally paid you back. This could look like a tax settlement. This is tax season, so this could look like you were anticipating your tax return and you turned out that you're getting a little bit more than you had anticipated. Insurance settlements, bonuses at your job could be paid out to you during this time. So a lot of things around that. This will be great for my Leo risings that are trying to secure funding. So if you need to go to the bank or a financial institution or something to that effect to secure some funding for whatever project that you have going for you, you could be in a really, really favorable position to get whatever funds or resources or monies that you need during this time. And this is also the house of sex and intimacy. So let's talk about that a little bit. Sex, intimacy, two different things. Sex is the physical act and intimacy is the connection with someone else. So if we wanted to put a romantic component on this could look like some of my Leo risings making a connection with someone on a deep, not just physical level, but a deep psychological level with someone else. This is a really, really deep, intimate connection. Now, because we have to always be careful with Pisces, we have to be really, really clear on the dynamics of this connection. Like, what are you really doing? Are we here just to have good sex? Or is there something else going on here? So being really clear about this connection that you could potentially be making with someone else. Just making sure that you understand what you're entering into with the other person. Does that make sense? Okay. But this is all about sex. So this is a great time for you to be connecting with someone on a deep sexual level. Maybe you decide that, let me tell you something, Pisces is the sign of no boundaries. So maybe this is a time that you feel like anything goes when it comes to sex. I'm just saying. But this is again great for garnering things, resources, blessings, and opportunities coming by way of someone else. And Leo rising, I would tell you to buy a lottery ticket or two. You never know what might happen with that. The next one is Virgo rising, sun or moon. The Venus in your Pisces, entering Pisces, is going to be impacting the 7th house, one-on-one relationships. So this could look like marriage, long-term committed relationship, business relationships, friends, family, the relationships that we choose to go into with another person. And this also is the area that governs legal proceedings. So simply put with this could look like some of my single Virgos deciding to make a commitment to someone else. So maybe some of y'all are getting into a relationship of some sort. Oh, well, congratulations. Maybe some of you are proposing or about to get proposed to, or at best deciding to commit to one another. You could possibly meet someone during this window. Now, this is also great for manifesting love into your life because this is the 7th house of one-on-one relationships, and because I think Venus in Pisces is an awesome time to manifest love, if that's where you're looking to go, then start manifesting love to come into your life. You could possibly walk into your life here sometimes in the next few weeks or the next few months, but we've got to get the manifestation started now. But this also helps with any type of one-on-one relationships. So family, friends, you'll start to see a deeper connection with those people around you that you've chosen to go into relationship with. Now, this is also the area that governs legal proceedings. So some of you Virgo risings that have a legal situation going on, it can't hurt that you have Venus and Pisces going through your 7th house. It definitely will support you and could possibly help you with garnering a favorable outcome. You can start manifesting a favorable outcome around any type of legal proceeding. But I love this energy for you because this is all about you finding a relationship, if that's what you wanted to find for yourself. Now, if you're a Virgo rising that's already in a relationship and it's become distant, or you don't feel as much passion and love, this is going to be great for you guys to renew your relationship or find yourself just drawing closer to one another during this time. Okay? Libra rising, sun or moon, your 6th house is going to be impacted by this. So the 6th house, health, fitness, mental and physical health, the foods that we eat, our work environment is here. How we're of service to others is also here in our day-to-day habits. So with Venus in Pisces being here, this could really change the dynamic around your work life because our work environment is here. So you could see your work routine being a lot more lighter maybe. You could see you getting along better with your co-workers, the people you work with around and for. This would be great also. You may possibly see maybe a raise, but this is good potential for you, possibly opening career doors for you. So if there's a position or a job that you wanted to apply for, or you may actually be hearing back about a position that you were interested in. I also need you guys to think back till about April the 20th, 2022. If you guys can think back to what was happening around that time, that's going to give you a good indication of what this transit is going to feel like. Because the last time we had this Venus and Pisces was April, let me give you the date, April the 27th. So if you can think back to April 27, 2022, 2 or 3 days on each side of that, this was the last time that we had Venus and Pisces, and this will give you an indicator of what those themes could be like for you coming up with this new Venus in Pisces. So again, for my Libra rising, this is about your work environment becoming more harmonious. This is about, changes in the dynamics around the people that you work with, around, and for. Maybe you see a little raise. Maybe there's a promotion coming your way, something to that effect. You could start working on that for yourself, manifesting that for yourself. This also is around your health. So this will be a good time for you to specifically start to look at holistic ways of healing yourself. So again, I always say I'm an advocate of traditional medicine, but I also believe that holistic medicine is just as good, and you want to work in conjunction with healing your body in the most natural, holistic way for yourself. Okay, so we can start looking at, and you may start to see some improvements around your health. So if you've had an ongoing illness, a chronic illness, you may start to see some improvement around that. Or at best, you could possibly be finding the correct mode of treatment for what's going on with you with regards to your physical self. Okay, and this would be a good time for you to get a pet too. I will say that this would be a perfect time for you to start thinking about getting a pet or shopping around for a pet, or maybe a pet comes into your life. Now, as far as love, let's think about this. You're another one that could be finding love in your workplace. Again, I do not believe in workplace romances because that is just a recipe for disaster in my opinion. But again, like I always say, you find love where you find love. So this could look like one of two things. You're falling in love with your job again, or you falling in love with a coworker or someone that frequents, or maybe someone comes into your job and it's like love at first sight. Okay? So just be mindful. Be open to it. You may find someone in the course of your work day. Okay? Scorpio rising, sun or moon, the Venus in Pisces is going to be impacting your house of joy, your 5th house. So this is about your joy, romance. This is the dating house. This is the house of procreation, our children, our creative expression, and where we take a risk. Okay, so number 1, dating opportunities for my single Scorpio risings and sun or moons will possibly or probably more than likely increase for you. So you have to get out and socialize. The 5th house is kind of like a socializing house also. So get out and socialize. You have supportive energy to meet someone possibly, maybe more than one person, but you got to put yourself out there. This is also the house of joy. So this is all about reclaiming your joy. So whatever that looks like for you, whether that's a hobby that you're, my people joined in, whether that's a hobby that you're returning to, or maybe a new hobby for yourself, a new way of expressing yourself creatively. This is going to be the month that you start to reclaim your joy. Now, this could also be, you know, accomplishments or things that you're sharing with your children. So maybe energy around something coming through your children of some sort. This could also be some of my Scorpio risings finding out that they're pregnant, announcing a pregnancy, deciding they're ready to start a family, whatever that looks like for them. Now, this is also good because Venus is the planet of money, and you know your girl does not believe in hobbies. If you got a hobby, you need to turn that thing into a business. So you could possibly be thinking about turning this into a business. Finally deciding that that hobby that you love to do, that you should be making money off of that. Hobbies, gifts, talents, I don't believe in giving them away. You need to be making money. So you can really, really start to figure out how to turn that hobby or that thing that you love or that talent that you have into a business. And you're another one. This is the 5th house. It wouldn't hurt you to visit the casino or buy a lottery ticket or two here or there. You never know what could happen. But this is great for those of you that are in dating situations or ready to meet someone. Now, if you are a Scorpio rising that is in a dating situation, some of you may be getting a proposal of marriage. Or at best, talks around taking the relationship to another level. Now, I also have to tell you that there could be talks of a breakup. However, that just for me says it opens the door for you to meet the person that you're supposed to meet. Okay? Sagittarius rising, sun or moon. The Venus in your Pisces is going to be impacting your 4th house. Now, keep in mind, some of this energy has already started for some of you because, you know, we have anywhere from 2 weeks to a month that certain energies start to pick up. So if you are one of those people that's very sensitive to the astrological energies and the movements of the planets, you may have already started to feel this. So Sagittarius rising, sun or moon, this is going to be in your 4th house. And this is about your home life. So your family, your actual family, this can look like your physical space that you live in. So this is your house, your apartment, your room, whatever your physical space looks like. Your family dynamics. This is about the prominent women in your family, also your emotional stability and your emotional foundation. So Venus in Pisces puts me in the mood of beautification. So there could be some major redecorating going on in your home. There could be some energy around a move. Maybe somebody's moving in and out of your home. There could be a move or something. But this is going to be energy around and love around your home life. Now, let me say this before I forget. Venus rules money. This will be a great time for you guys to start a home-based business, okay? So making money from home. So if you ever thought about a home-based business, that could be something that comes up for you, and maybe you have the opportunity to work from home. If not, it's a business, then possibly thinking about working from home, making money from home. But this could be a beautification process that you have going on in your home. So maybe some major redecorating, maybe doing some renovations, maybe something simple as buying a new couch, or maybe painting. Now, this would be great for entertaining in your home also. You know, Venus and Pisces, you know, we love to love on everybody and have everybody come together. So you could be deciding to entertain at some point during the month in your home. Also, this will be supportive energy around healing the relationships and the ties that you have with the prominent women in your family. And I don't really like to put a gender on it, but I will say women. I'm going to say feminine energy, or those, you know, people that exude that feminine energy. So maybe energy around that comes into play. Now, the love component. Now, if you're a married Sagittarius rising or an attached Sagittarius rising, this could be, you know, harmony within your relationship dynamic. Maybe some of you start talking about living together, moving in together. There could be a slight talk about marriage, because, you know, this is the home life. This is the foundation of the family. So we may be talking about marriage, a renewal of our love, and maybe my single Sagittarius risings could be finding love within regards to someone that you've known for a while, or someone that seems very familiar to you. So maybe you try to rekindle a relationship with someone, or maybe someone in your family introduces you to someone, or maybe it's someone that you knew from growing up you run into. But this could be love with someone that seems very, very familiar to you. But I like the component of the redecorating of the home life, and then, you know, paying attention to changes within regards to your home. Okay. Capricorn rising, sun or moon. This Venus is going to be highlighting your third house of communication, educational pursuits, transportation, our siblings, cousins, neighbors, our neighborhood, and media projects. So, Capricorn rising, I have a Capricorn rising in mind too. I hope she's on this live. So this definitely could look like some type of media project coming up for you, or a media opportunity. So this could be, you may be doing a speaking engagement. If you're into any kind of acting, maybe it's an acting role, a television role, but it has something to do with a media campaign or a media project could come into play in your life. This is great for you also going back to school, but because it's the third house, it may not necessarily be higher education. This could be more like vocational type education. This could be more like educating yourself on a hobby or something that you just want to do for fun. This could definitely look like interactions with your siblings, your cousins, your extended family, your neighbors, and your neighborhood. I wonder if some of my Capricorn risings are finding love with a neighbor. I don't know. That could be a thing. Either finding love with a neighbor, or meeting someone in your neighborhood. Or maybe your neighborhood is changing. Maybe your neighborhood is becoming, they're making type of improvements within your neighborhood, or maybe you're getting new neighbors or something. Now, when we have, oh gosh, no. Now, sometimes when we have energy going on in the third house, it does put me in the space of thinking about a quick move. So if it's not changes to your neighborhood, you could be thinking about moving. But the thing of it is, you're not moving far from where you already live, if that makes sense. Could be a thing. But you may have opportunities to teach that come up. or speaking engagements, or especially if this Venus is in Pisces, I would strongly suggest my Capricorn risings to start journaling during this time. If you've journaled before and you kind of fell off from it, it's time for you to get back into it. And if you're new to it, this would be a great time for you to start writing down your thoughts. Some of you may come out with a book, a screenplay, or something to that effect. But start writing. This would be a good time for you to start writing. And some of my Capricorn risings could be thinking about planning for or ready to purchase a new mode of transportation. So I don't know if that's a new car, I don't know if that's a motorcycle, I don't know if that's a boat, or whatever it is, but that could come up for you during this Venus in Pisces. Okay, and again, you could be meeting someone in your neighborhood while you're doing your day-to-day activities or your day-to-day errands. Okay, Aquarius rising, sun or moon, the Venus in Pisces is going to be impacting your second house. This is great. There's not a lot to talk about within the second house, because I always love when Venus goes to the second house, because the second house is the house of earned income. This is how you earn your money. So anytime Venus comes through there, it's all about money making opportunities, ways for you to make more money, money coming into your life. This is great. I can't get any more simpler than this. Money is coming. And you may not even have to work hard for it. But a lot of energy around speech. Please manifest money into your life, because it could definitely come your way. Now, this is also the area that governs your self-worth. So if you need to start working on how you feel about yourself, the value you place on yourself, you'll start to actually feel like, if you've been in a space where you haven't felt good about yourself, or you haven't been valuing yourself and who you are, that should start to lift for you, because Venus is there to breathe all of that love. Pisces is in there breathing all of that, that self-care, loving on yourself. So your self-esteem and your self-worth should start to rise and start to change. But this money thing, this is going to be great for my Aquarius risings, and I know Aquarius risings love to buy themselves nice things. So buy yourself something nice during this window. Buy yourself something nice. You got the money, it's coming. And finally, Pisces rising, sun or moon, this is about you. This is going to be in your first house. So the first house is about our physical body, how we show up, our approach to life, our personality, how people experience us. When you have Venus going into your first house, this makes you very magnetic. So you will draw people to you. You will draw opportunities to you. People just want to engage with you and bring you and just be a part of your life. I love Venus when it goes to the first house, because it just makes us feel so good about ourselves. Now, what it also will set up for you is thinking about changing your physical appearance. Now, this could be as simple as you deciding, I'm going to buy a couple of new, shirts, or, a couple of new outfits. I may change my hair, to the extreme of thinking about cosmetic surgery. Now, because it's in Pisces, and Pisces does rule the beautification, beauty type things, but it also can be a very uncertain type energy. If you're thinking about doing cosmetic surgery, kind of let's just give it about until March before we decide whether or not you're going to do it. Pisces can sometimes be very confusing, and we don't think straight and make really good decisions under this energy. So if you can wait until March to make a final decision about it, that would be great. But in the meantime, you could be in the planning process. So again, it could give you the desire to drastically change how you look, however that looks like for you. But this is just great for you. Now, with it being in the first house, if you're a single Pisces rising, could this bring someone to your life? It absolutely could. It definitely could bring someone to you, for you new to meet, possibly for a romantic situation. But it's just going to have people drawn to you anyway. So enjoy being the center of attention during this time. Now, that's it. I'm going to get off of here. It has been a delight. This video will go up probably in the next day on my YouTube channel, but it will stay on the Facebook. So if you want to look at it again, if you miss anything, thank you so much for joining me this evening, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.